Hello fellow unicorns, welcome to another video, and today we have another YouTube artist collective theme, and that's Grimm's Fairy Tales. And I have chosen Hansel and Gretel as the inspiration for my piece, but not the main characters, but the witch herself. And I wanted to represent her in my own style in a little bit of a reimagined form, as something that you would probably most likely see in a modern anime or something like that, because in today's standards kids wouldn't approach a traditionally looking witch no matter how hungry they were. So I was thinking about this, and I figured that if a witch was appealing, she would look more like a maternal figure, somebody who is pretty, and besides her pretty foods, she would entice the children to come closer by having a pretty face, a good outfit, a clean look. So I figured, why not reimagine Hansel and Gretel's candy witch as some sort of an anime witch with special features, maybe special color in her hair, some candy. I googled to see if I could fit medieval looking candy into the mix, and this form of composition you can see here is detailedly explained in my latest book, Manga Crash Course Fantasy. So if you guys are interested on the tricks and tips to get an illustration like this, the detailed descriptions and lessons are located in the book. And let's get back to the design itself. This work has been inspired by my very own favorite style, and that's Black Butler style. So I imagine this witch as if she was in that manga setting, like medieval to I don't know, Victorian England kind of a setting. So I did some mix on the Victorian and medieval looking clothes. There's a bodice, there's a frilly shirt, there's of course a witch looking hat with a wide brim, and I wanted to give her some nice red lips and some flowy hair in different colors, mostly ginger hair, because usually when you have a stereotypical witch persona you have like this orange reddish hair. Also, this hair was inspired by my very good friend. I told her she was the main inspiration for the design as well, so I had to play around with this character and I had so much fun. Also, I left out a huge chunk of hair to be like some sort of a cream colored piece of hair, but it also is kind of swirly to represent some sort of a symbolism for like a top of cream on certain candy. And as you can see, she holds a creamy bowl of goodness in her right arm, and some sort of a creamy filling is on the top of the spoon she holds in her left arm. And of course she is surrounded by different sorts of candies all around her. I googled some of the medieval candies. They're not really inspirational, so I combined them with some more modern candy, maybe like 17th or 18th century. Of course you have like candied apples and swirly swirly candies with like different colors. There's also like tiny cakes and handmade cookies, and of course a big strawberry cake on the top, just hinting at it, I guess. So everything here is inspired by medieval candy, but not really medieval candy, because it would probably be just chunks of dough baked in an oven without any fresh fruits or real creams. But yeah, I figured why not modernize this all the way, and I was playing around with the composition a bit. I wanted to have a lot of fancy layers of different things you can watch and look at all the time while you see the drawing. So her voluptuous hair is all around. She's literally floating in her own hair, and you will see a lot of different details all over the place, like the tiny cakes and cookies and just little strawberries. and a candied apple and a piece of cake. So everything should represent her ability to seduce her victims by offering cookies and just then probably eat them later or something like that. I don't know why through history people thought witches were eating people or eating little kids. I guess it was like a scary story for kids or something like that. But I find it very interesting that a witch could only eat like humans instead of eating this delicious cake she made. But yeah, I guess every country has its own different little quirks in their fairy tales, and to make somebody scary, just make them eat people. I don't know. Anyways, I used a mix technique on this piece. I wanted to combine my very own favorite paper, 300-gram cotton paper. It's so good with the colors. Like, you don't have to put so much color on them. The colors are always vibrant and rich in texture and rich in pigment. And to get some more depth into this, I wanted to combine like cold blues and warm oranges so that I have some contrast in the entire piece. And I had this huge black area with her hat as a main contrast point, but I still lacked some sort of a contrast in the colors themselves. So I wanted to have like this huge blue area and this huge orange area just to even them out. And you will see I couldn't use watercolors all the way, so I combined watercolors with Copics. I only use like 2 or 3 Copics to get my colors to have some more depth, especially in the brown areas, because no matter how much I mixed my watercolors, sometimes I can never get enough of darker tones. So I decided to just cheat and use some markers for the darker shades and some specific details. My brush is phenomenal in this set of watercolors, but sadly it just wasn't enough to cover big surfaces, so I needed some sort of a contrast, and the Copics were there, and of course the fine liner was there to fill in the blanks, and the white gel pen. So if you guys are interested in all of the tools that I used, they're all listed down below in the description. And of course, check out YouTube Artist Collective other members I have also listed under the video, and I hope you guys like what they did. There were some really creative solutions. I really love all of their works, and I really hope you guys subscribe to them too and share the joy. And of course, check out their main page on Facebook to recommend other new creative themes and topics for us to do. This is a very fun project for me, and I love doing it every couple of months. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you would like to learn how to draw manga, please check out my book Manga Crash Course, available in 4 different languages, as well as my latest book Manga Crash Course Fantasy.